Hello everybody, J-Man Major 12 here, and today we are back with another Major Mumble. Can you believe it? After it's been so long, and the reason being is I wanted to try to wait on a thumbnail for it, essentially, because you know, the artist I commissioned, right, Kiriano, man, she is very talented. I really wanted to wait on the art first before I, you know, get to making it, because I want this to have a dedicated thumbnail to it, and hopefully you see it like right now, because essentially I do want it to like have just a presence, so to speak. Like, there's this podcast named Fusion Lore. It's about this old Cartoon Network game, Fusion Fall, where the co-hosts talk about, you know, the lore of Fusion Fall and stuff. It's very interesting. I really miss it. They just stopped. So I just wanted to have like some sort of animation going through it or whatever. Maybe I'll have like, I don't know, something spinning in the background, some Subway Surfer gameplay for you Gen Zers. Don't worry, I'm one of you too. Ugh, that disgusts me. But I'm gonna talk about some more things that disgust me with this Major Mumble, because this is a special edition. This is gonna be a fully rant edition. How I'm gonna mumble. Now, the way this works is essentially that's it. I'm just gonna rant a lot. I just really want to get some things off my chest. And people love rants, I guess, so sure, why not? I could have, you know, you could see a moment where J-Man's just angry at things that annoy him. Or, I'm not even going to try to say angry, like, because that implies that there's some things that, like I'm hot red angry, like I'm burning inside. Which, you know what, fudge it, I am, whatever, I don't even care, bro. I'm just gonna rant about things that just annoy me and just drive me up a freaking wall. And this might be short because I can only come up with like 2 things right now that I really want to rant about. And it drives me up to no end, bro. Holy crap. But anywho, let's just dive right back into it. Now, the first thing I want to rant about is the games that I play have developers that don't know how to do patch notes except Tekken 8. I cannot believe people don't know how to balance their games still. Or do they, like, legit, don't they freaking look at what the community wants, man? Or, like, is it all to these developers like, man, this is all gobbledygook, like what they want on the Reddit, on Twitter, or whatever, like wherever they like search. I've been thinking about this. I think some person, like, I don't know, maybe Sajam, since he has a tournament, Sajam Slam, he's like one of, you know, a big fighting game YouTuber. Can he just like organize a bunch of casual and competitive players to create a list? Because I got the idea from quite literally the Dragon Ball's Sparking Zero community back when they came out, and dude, the community quite literally made a list of like things that seriously needs to be checked in. Like, they made a priority list too. I think they had it color coded what changes they want in the game. And by the way, I think Bandai legit said they seen that and they're going off of that. So I'm just like, wait, why doesn't every fighting game do this? Why don't every fighting game legit just make a list off of competitive and casuals? And which is funny, because the second topic I'm going to rant about, you may be asking, why am I including casuals? They should not, I don't think they should listen too much to competitive players, like too much, because it's kind of hard as a developer if you don't play your own game or know the mechanics around Tekken, or not even Tekken, about the fighting game that you play, or in fact any type of game, because I'm not even just going to talk about fighting games. It's mostly fighting games. The one game I'm going to talk about is Marvel Rivals, how they disappoint me so freaking much. But yeah, like, I guess the example I could make is Tekken, right? Is like, holy crap, they're listening, which is insane. By the way, we're gonna get into that, but upon the Tekken comparison, I just want to use that because everybody's gonna, since Tekken has so many characters, they're probably gonna buff every character to oblivion if they just listen to competitive people and be like, well, this is what y'all wanted or whatever, you know, y'all wanted every character to, like, we didn't want no weaknesses, right? Like, all the competitive people wanted, so everybody's at the same tier. It's like Dragon Ball Z. Well, Dragon Ball FighterZ, actually, everybody is good, but more people are just god than good. Like, I quite literally think the lowest tier in Dragon Ball FighterZ is A tier. and that, not even low A tier. And yes, I know that, you know, it's always going to be a low A tier. No, every character is at least high A tier, or like the bottom tier. You know, every character like at the bottom rows are at least high A tier. They're still viable and good if you really want to play them, which is cool. But it sucks that most characters are God in that game. I don't know why they just proceeded to do that. I said this to KO, I think, or Trey. I don't know why Dragon Ball FighterZ did Tekken 8 Season 2 before Tekken 8 Season 2. That's insane to me. They said, just F everything up, bro. The thing is, I say that, but I'll still play it if they do crossplay. Because the thing is, I dropped the game right now, but if they do crossplay, yeah, I'll play it on my channel. You know, I love Dragon Ball Z, you know, that's my favorite anime. But onto just like the games that are just annoying me or whatever. No. I should probably not get sidetracked, because yeah, that's the reason why I don't want to listen to competitive players too much, because I feel like they'll just be like, well, this is a weakness or stuff like that. How about we, you know, just like chill out right here. And the thing is, I could be wrong on that one. Maybe some competitive players are, not to like give myself an ego boost, but like me, because I remember I did make a video like before it was a Lars video, but before I got to the gameplay, I said at the beginning, I did a beginning little thing like, okay, how I would nerf Lars, like, because yes, that's what we need, nerfs. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I put the change in there, but I was even saying like his like Silent Hill entry. Silent Hill, what the freak, Josh? Silent entry, you know, 3, like, because the problem was that like after he does that, you know, the kick, the very pleasant block kick, before it was like, oh well, people just rage art that mix up, so it sucks. The problem was like that was the problem, so they fixed it by giving more plus frames, but they kind of screwed how to counterplay that move like in the Tekken 3D way, because you usually could sidestep all the options, but then Lars, if he sees that you're sidestepping, could legit just like do the DE4 and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm sorry. I know I'm a Lars main. I know, but gosh, his entries I always get so confused for some reason. But yeah, I'm pretty sure DE, where he's being all dynamic on the ground and stuff, and Silent, he's like sneaking up on you, know, his back towards you. But that's besides the point. DE like 4, he could just do that and stuff, which is a tracking button, so it would catch sidestep. It was a whole thing. It was, you know, it was like, yes, it was a 50-50, but the opponent could just escape the 50-50, and the Lars could see that you escaped the 50-50 and just do DE4, you know, the catch you sidestep. And it was this whole thing, bro. It's like, it's very awesome, but they gutted it because they didn't think about like how it did this, because now you can't play it the Tekken way, and they still have not adjusted that, by the way. And I don't know if I put the change in there in that video, but yes, I did like just got that from Nico's X World. You know, excellent Lars player. I love watching him play. But he just said, oh, just make it optional where he just doesn't go in the stands. Can he just kick, please? Like, why does he have to go in the stands? Just make it so he can just kick. That's all. It's just that simple, by the way. He's like, yeah, I was watching that video. I'm like, yeah. Why does he have to go in the stands? Just make it so where he has the option to go in the kick if people try to like do the rage art and stuff. He just has the option. He doesn't have to go into it. Now that and then like, yes, the casuals can balance out like weaknesses, maybe. I guess, even though, like I said, I'm gonna get on the casuals, and it's gonna seem in hindsight, why do I want to combine the competitive and casual players? But that's just how I feel. I don't know. Yes, they should not listen to just competitive players, bro, because again, I could be wrong, but I don't know if they have the hindsight to be like, okay, so for example, like I'm trying to buff and nerf Lars in the next season, and they task me what to do. I don't know if every player is going to be like me, where I'm just like, okay, I'm going to nerf this. In fact, I'd be like, I'm going to buff 10 things on Lars. I'm going to nerf 15 things on Lars. And I feel like every person should just do that if they get assigned their character. Buff 10 things, but nerf 10 things. Or if you want to like lower it, right, because it is Tekken 8, everyone's really freaking good. Buff 3 things and nerf like 6 or 5 things. Like, yeah, that's how I do it. But that's besides the point. Let's get on to like the games I play, right? So I want, gosh dang, I actually want to do on SF6 first. I want to dog on SF6 first. Oh my gosh! Dude, I'm getting so freaking tired of these developers just doing nothing. Now, the thing is, people say that, oh, they're scared because of Tekken 8 Season 2, because T8 Season 2 came out before SF6 Season 2, I believe. And they're just scared of that, I think. I had to double check on that, actually. I'm pretty sure it was. And so they're just scared to change up the game and stuff, but bro, oh my gosh, you're not changing anything, and it's driving everyone up a wall. Especially when people want things changed, and you know what dude, you want to know what the number one thing that people want changed is? They want throw loops out the game. I want throw loops out the game. I hate throw loops so bad, dude. Throw loops were in SF5. People complained about them, so they took them out. Guess what? Why does SF6 have it? Now the thing is, I'm pretty sure I read that the Japanese the Japanese players really love the throw loops, which Japanese, I get you guys like, lots of messed up stuff, tentacle hentai and all that jazz or whatever, but throw loops is where I cross the line, alright? That's a joke, by the way, if you could not tell. But yeah, it's just, why do you guys love throw loops? They're not entertaining. And so, but this patch just tells me that it's here to stay, especially if they put it on Ingrid. And also, they tried to be like, oh, well, we took it off of Alex too, but guess what? His stance throw still has throw loops, and his down throw still has throw loops. So it's just like, bro, are you freaking kidding me? And if they did the simple solution where it costs drive gauge, after your throw you had to drive rush, you know what? Fair. That's actually fair. If you want to do that. Me personally, I would rather have them completely obliterated. I'd rather have them gone. It's not fun to look at. Like, you're gonna jazz it up if you have to do drive rush, but sure. So it has limited, attempts to do it. But gosh dang it, oh my gosh, it just drives me up a wall how throws just, dog, I hate them with every fiber of my being. The throw loops game, and then how Mai has still not gotten nerfed, even though everyone and their mama is saying, please nerf this chick, please. She's top 1 in the game. It's like, oh my gosh. I even seen this freaking funny meme making fun of the Ingrid patch, where at my section, some bug fix, normal and super arts. So the bug fix was that Mai could sometimes lose to other characters. We fixed that bug. Oh my god, and at this point it's true because they're not doing anything. Oh my gosh, why are you guys so scared? Dude, they're so scared that I didn't forget this. They hired literally a battle planner. They posted the freaking Indeed job application on Twitter and said, guys, we need a battle planner. And by the way, that's like a battle planner for SF6 is basically, yeah, the guy who's in charge of changes. What the heck, did you guys hire him already? Is he too scared too? That was a long time ago, bro. It just, oh my gosh, it just still drives me up a wall. How they just have not changed anything, man. I just want change. That's why I'm praying with the season 4 or whatever, when I'm pretty sure Yasmin's first, when she comes, we better at least get something, man, for everybody. This is freaking ridiculous, bro. And I speaking of SF6 and stuff like that, I kind of want to rant about how people basically I don't want to. It's not sort of a rant, it's just a disagreement actually. I heavily disagree that people call this season 4 just, well, this is trash. And it's like, oh, why? Well, because we don't have any returning characters in it. Now the thing is, I was watching Combat Kings, the podcast earlier. I kind of agreed that's how they should have done it. It should have been a returning character, a returning obscure character, and a returning legacy character, a returning obscure character, maybe, or whatever. A guest, not a guest, but a new character, if you, a new Street Fighter 6 character. Then, a guest if you want, or just pick one of the 3 to do again. And by the way, they didn't say that I said that one of the 3 to do again, but he did say whatever, it could be guess or not. Now the thing is, I'm still happy with this pass because dude, I just disagree that, oh well, new fighters should just be base roster. It's just I don't know, man. I'm getting so, it's just, why do we need every character in this game? And yes, I do disagree with the people that are going on Twitter being oh, you guys just want the SF2 cast back. No, they're not asking for that. They're just asking people from like previous games back. And yes, I am a victim of that. By the way, like I played SF4 a little bit or whatever. I didn't know how to play fighting games back then. I was getting into it, but unfortunately, it was a little time that it got taken away from me. But I was playing at a friend's house. Now it took away from me. I didn't own the game. But yeah, it intrigued me. Because remember, MKX was like my fighting game awakening moment where I got into frame data and all that stuff and all that jazz, but that's besides the point. But yeah, SF6 is like my main experience with Street Fighter, and don't worry, I looked at gameplay and stuff like that, and no wonder I just chose Tekken over Street Fighter, because the combos and stuff don't appeal to me. And yes, people just, oh, you gotta hit a punish counter. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't want to play footsies for that stuff and stuff like that. I just like drive rush combos. Like, I don't mind, because I do hear people complain about drive rush, like raw drive rush. I don't mind if, because I think Ruvelmonger proposed a nerf, like, can we just have an extra 2 freeze frame to react to raw drive rush? I'm pretty sure that's what people, like, wanted. You know, just, can we react to it faster? It should be punished. And also, to deter it, I believe Ruvelmonger said this, they're in punish counter state no matter what. Or in counter state. I don't know which counter state he chose, like counter or punish counter. But I agree, if someone drive rushes you, they're like in the counter state, like regardless of which one. Because, yeah, you should get punished for just, like, doing that stuff, like, raw, really, willy-nilly. But yeah, I just truly disagree on people being like, oh, this pass is trash. And they all say, like, oh, except Tifa or whatever. It's like, I don't know, man. By the way, the only one I 50-50 agree on is Bosch. I think Bosch has just been added earlier because, I don't know, what does bro even do? The psycho power was taken away from him and stuff like that. And in his, like, I guess, press release blog or whatever, it was like, oh, he combines his, like, ancient martial arts techniques with, like, training from Luke. I think it was, like, CQC or whatever. I don't know. I don't know why they added Bosch or whatever. Like I said, I'm 50-50 because that's pretty cool. We have Bosch in here, stuff like that, because I actually did advocate for him a while back. But I don't know. The thing is, I don't know. I guess I would have taken a third new Street Fighter 6 character, like that's not him, and then like he could be a free unlockable or something. I don't know. But yeah, I just disagree with people who say this season sucks because we didn't get like a past character or not. It's just I don't know, man. The thing is, I don't think it's as bad as the MK community, where we always had to have the same freaking 12 characters or whatever. Sonya, Jade, you know, Melina, Katana, Liu Kang, and Kung Lao. We always had to have the main cast or whatever. We can't ever have someone sit out their game and stuff like that, you know? We always had to have the same people in MK and stuff. It drove me to no end how many complaints I hear that, oh, well, Sonya's not in the M1K game, you know, she's just a cameo. I want main Sonya. It's like, I don't know, man, can she just sit out a game? Why do we need to have her, bro? And by the way, I'm not a hater on, like, Sonya. I actually do like Sonya. She's one of my favorite MK characters. But I just really disagree with people that be like, oh, we need to have every single same character that's been in this franchise, bro, or this is not this fighting game. I'm like, no, it is and stuff. We need some new blood, man. I guess that. I'm sorry, I'm losing my words. That is just the essence of why I disagree. We just need some new blood, man. Like, I don't know. I just disagree. I'm actually excited for this pass. The only way that could deter my excitement is if all 4 of them are cancer, or if all 4 of them are cancer and or just dog water at the game, like all 4 of them this whole season, even Tifa's just trash. that would be so funny. Oh, and speaking of Tifa, I am one of those people who wanted her in Tekken instead of Street Fighter 6, mostly because some guy put it best, Tifa's just gonna crouch kick in a drive rush, bro. That's all she's gonna do. Second, she's gonna do all these other things that she can do in the games and stuff. And then, of course, they're gonna have her do some things in the games and stuff. They're gonna have that dolphin uppercut, I know it. Whether it be a CA or level 3 or level 2 or something, they're gonna have it. It's just that she could do more in Tekken, you know, since Tekken has like 100 million moves for one character, you know? But let me get back to ranting here. So SF6, sure. 2SKO, I'm gonna be honest, I'm 50-50 on it because I don't know why I just don't feel the same for 2SKO. Because I actually do love 2SKO. I'm not one of the haters or whatever. I do love 2SKO. And I just, to me, it's literally one character in the game that drives me up a freaking wall. It's Echo, and they need to freaking nerf this Munchkin, and also the way they nerfed my Yasuo. But Echo is still like free to do whatever, bro. I get they heavily nerfed his level 2. Like if you get hit, he snaps out of it, and that's cool. No, that's really cool. But me personally, I said this to my friend, and I don't even know, I think I said it in my video. It was going to be in that 2SKO video I last did, but I think I cut it because I was just like, this video is already 30 minutes, bro. You guys are alright. You guys getting plenty of content. So basically my proposed nerf for Echo, and by the way, I don't care if this would hard nerf him. I don't fucking care. They took away my knees and my Hisagi. They gave me so much pushback on Hisagi, his just, you know, his 5S1, that I'm just like, you know what? No, somebody else needs to get shot for this too. So my proposed nerf, by the way, is just he doesn't whenever he has a time clone out, he doesn't go to it the instant he presses the button or whatever. He like, it's like charges it up. You see it visually, like he's about to rewind, right? It has a delay, if you will. That's literally the only nerf I would give him, quite literally. Now the thing is, that might interrupt some combo structures. They might have to like rework him, whatever. But I don't know. Do something with him, and this may just be me. But I'm sorry, man. When I'm blocking a block string from Echo, and first of all, he makes himself safe with the freaking clones or whatever. That sucks. But yeah, when I'm blocking a block string from Echo, and like one of it, let's say his clone is in the middle of me, and then he teleports to his clone and it's on the other side of me, whatever I'm blocking. I'm just like, okay, how was I possibly supposed to know he was going on the other side? Can someone tell me that? How was I possibly supposed to know that? That's so bull. How was I supposed to know that crap? Are you serious? But yeah, but the thing is, they also did something that me and Trey have been complaining about. They nerfed Brahm's assist. Thank Christ. That assist carried more people than slave ships. I swear, bro. I swear, man. Thank goodness they nerfed it. But yeah, otherwise, I just... on 2SKO, I'm just like, fudge it, I don't care. Echo lives to see another day, because the developers really love Echo for some fucking reason. And the thing is, I hate Echo, because, you know, his skill, like, what he can do and stuff like that. But also, because I hate the developers for cooking so much with him, because he like, well, they did it 100% in translation from League and like the lore and stuff, how he can use his time clones to teleport and stuff. And I'm just like, bro, of course he's gonna be the mix-up character, and like in lore and stuff, he's agile as crap and stuff. It's like, yeah, they cooked so hard, but I really wish he was not in this game. I really wish he was not in this fucking game. I hate it so much. Oh my gosh. But yeah, essentially that's just my gripes with 2SKO. So I guess I don't have nothing to say about that. Now, Marvel Rivals. I want to say something about Marvel Rivals. Oh my gosh, they keep disappointing me, bro. And with this patch, they nerfed Ultron. Are you serious? You see plenty of other freaking stupidly powerful supports, and you nerf Ultron, the triple support exclusive, like, support. It's just like, bro, are we serious? And yes, I have seen like comments that way, like, oh well, did you know that he's like really strong in high elo? I'm like, okay, good for him. You do realize that the stupid supports that are brain dead are good in every elo? Like, they're so stupid and stuff. Like, what? That's basically my problem with Marvel Rivals patch notes. Priorities. What the freak are we doing? Oh my gosh, it drives me to no end that they keep doing these stupid little changes and stuff. I cannot believe season 8 started with Star-Lord getting 10 more bullets, somehow turned him into freaking cancer god all at once. Don't know how just 10 bullets turned him into that, but okay. Then, what was it? Moon Knight gets a cooldown on his hook. Who asked for this? Oh my gosh, they keep doing things wrong. And then I took it with a grain of salt, because there's no way. But some guy commented that, oh, well, it's been like insider info that the developers don't play their own games. I'm taking that with a grain of salt. There's no way the Rivals devs don't play their own games, play their own game. I'm actually, at least they watch people. There's no way they don't watch it. Even if every single employee of NetEase doesn't play Rivals, there's no way they haven't watched their tournaments or whatever and see how boring going against triple support is and stuff like that. Then then a while back they had the gall to like be like, well, guys, look at this statistic that said, oh, by the way, triple support is really not a problem. You guys are just stupid. I'm like, you guys go F off. Like, honestly, I'm being so for real. Screw off with that. That made me so angry, guys, that they're like, oh, we put up some numbers. Triple support really doesn't win the day. It's all 2-2-2. Okay, I don't give a crap. This is the first moment where I'm saying, okay, scientists, I don't give a crap what that those numbers say. Triple support is still cancer, bro. These supports are still cancer. How they could just rule the game by doing an ult, and there's only 2 people in this game still that can get rid of them. It's Iron Man and Magneto. Oh my gosh. And the thing is, other ult support ult killers require coordination. Like Kingsman, I guess, could just do it by himself with magic. I don't know what he does, like charges up that thing with magic's ult or whatever. But still, it's just like, bro, the priorities of the Rivals teams, they don't know what they're doing. I'm sorry. Like, and the fact that I want to play other supports that are not heal botting or whatever. I want to play Ultron, Adam, Mantis, that like, oh, I could actually shoot at the enemy and stuff while supporting my team. But guess what? The brain dead supports support just heal botting and just, oh, constantly I'm just gonna fudging heal the tank or whatever he dives in or whatever, gets the front line. Because the Rivals community has been, like the tank community at least, has been conditioned to think that, oh, I could just run out, I'm just gonna get healed, I don't need to take cover, I just need the supports to heal me and stuff. It's just like, bro, oh my gosh, it gets to a T where I'm just like, dude, I don't even care no more. And then I saw the upcoming, like I said, the upcoming, I think, yeah, this is the 8.5 patch that is coming up, on the 12th. Oh my freaking gosh, bro, are we dead serious? We nerfed Ultron? Are we dead serious? So many other supports and stuff, and you nerf Ultron. So many other supports that are just brain dead, and you nerf Ultron because he's like getting plays and stuff. And by the way, what makes me ticked off more about Ultron is that his drones don't function like Luna. I don't see how that would be broken, to have his drones be like, okay, Diver, you have the drone, you do whatever, I don't really care. I really don't see how broken that would be, because like Luna like heals you from healing somebody else if they have the snow cone and it's permanent and lasts the whole game if she's alive, and like goes along the whole map. But whatever, that's just my rant on Marvel Rivals, man. I'm getting so freaking sick of it, man. It's tiring dealing with this day to day, but hey, at least I have July 10th to look forward to. And how they did Cyclops. I can't believe they turned him into a way better Moon Knight. Hit scan Moon Knight, everyone. Hit scan Moon Knight, because we needed that. Oh my gosh, guys. Why couldn't you make his beam actually reflect off of walls? And it's not auto-locked, if you know what I mean? Like, they'd actually have to think. And also, I am disappointed. By the way, this is just I'd say it's a nitpick, but how they did his ultimate voice line, like, dude, first of all, why isn't his ult like what everybody thought his ult was, where he takes his visor off? And yes, they do say he takes his visor off, but why is it just like he looks up and stuff? I thought everybody in the mama thought he like takes his visor off and looks forward at least for 3 seconds or whatever, just doing raw power of his eyes. But no, he just looks up and stuff, which, okay, sure, fine, whatever. But his ult voice line, dude, Ray Chase did a fantastic job in the trailer where he screamed with all his heart. It's like they freaking tortured him out of it. But no, his just, it's like, I don't know, bro. You're gonna have to do another take, bro. I want to see you give that scream you had in that trailer. That was amazing. But anywho, that's basically my beef for Rivals. I'm so sick of them just not addressing things that are blatantly broken. Oh my gosh, I can't believe they said like, oh, well, Poke is supposed to, you know, go against Brawl or whatever and stuff like that. It's like, dude, the Poke characters in this game don't care about any roles and stuff like that. They don't care because they're so broken. Phoenix is still freaking really good and Hela is still really good, but they keep not nerfing the best hit scan heroes or whatever. And oh my, it just drives me no end. And they keep buffing Luna, so that's cool. You know, I get it. That's so cool, bro. Thank you, bro, for not having your priorities straight. But whatever. That's, I guess, the games I want to talk about. SF6, Rivals, and 2SKO. The only one I could think of is Tekken 8. And yeah, except Tekken 8. Guys, how is Tekken 8 making a comeback? Are we real? Bro, are we serious? Tekken 8 is now listening to their fans, and the thing is, I actually do disagree with people like, oh, too little too late. It's like, well, you could come back to it, right? Like, you can come back. They're finally making the changes. Like, what is so bad about coming back? You know? I don't know. I guess it's just because I don't feel that way. Like, if they're willing to actually listen to the community now, it's like, oh, okay, cool. But, I don't know. I feel like people should just lighten up. Like, okay, you could come back now, you know? It's not all doom and gloom since they're actually listening. But speaking of them listening, I can't believe they said, alright, you guys want heat regen gone? Boom. Just like that. It's like, oh, okay. You guys hate the fact that you could get combos off of so many, like, heat burst dashes or whatever? Boom, there you go. Literally 80% of heat burst dash combos are gone. Oh my gosh. Okay. I forgot the third change they did, but it was still like, bro, how are you guys cooking so hard now when everyone asks you in season 2 to just dial back to defense? Whatever, I'm not gonna harsh on that, but yeah, I just wanted to give a little shout out to Tekken 8 for being the one fighting game that said, how about we just listen to our community for once? Like, just do what they, you know, just like do what they say for a moment. No, we know better. And then after they tied that guy up in the, you know, room or whatever, they said, all right, listen to our community, and came out with gold. Wow, who would have thought that getting rid of something that people hated would like benefit this game more? And people, by the way, speaking of getting rid of things that people hate, I like the Tekken 8 heat system. I like how aggressive Tekken 8 is. Now, I think I said this before, like, I think it is still, like, too aggressive. I didn't want this much aggressiveness from Season 2 in this. Like, come on now. But I just like, because when you look back on Tekken 7 tournaments, that crap be boring as freak, bro. Oh my gosh. But Tekken 8 tournaments are more exhilarating. It's still filled with more BS, but it's still, like, more aggressive. I could actually watch this instead of, like, 7, I'm gonna be honest. Then again, I'm not a Legacy player, so I guess all the Legacy players are just gonna fry me and be like, well, you're not a real Tekken fan then. It's like, oh, okay, I guess my opinion doesn't matter. Cool. But, yeah, they're not gonna remove heat, guys. For the people who be like, oh, they're finally gonna remove heat. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't think they should either. Makes Tekken 8 stand out more. No. Please no, don't remove heat, and they're not going to. Tekken 8's like designed around heat. We have two characters whose mechanics go around heat, like Heihachi and Lydia's. Like, no, they're not going away, bro. GG no easy. GG no easy. GG easy, bro. It's here to stay. Now, that's all the games I could think of. SF6, 2SKO, Marvel Rivals, and Tekken 8. So, alright. Those are the only games I could think of that I just... Why do nobody know how to do patch notes, bro, these days? Or do they listen? Dude, when that Virtua Fighter 6 game comes out, it's cooking right now, and yes, I have made the video like, oh, and I still believe that it's going to be the best casual fighting game ever, like, legit. I think it might dethrone SF6, but what if they be like, oh, well, Cielo was like, everyone's complaining about Cielo, how he's like literally running the show, he's best in ever, like, he's broken. Not even the best, right? He's just broken. He has no weaknesses. Are they gonna listen? You know, that's what I'm thinking. Are they gonna listen? I don't know, man. I don't freaking know. But anywho, that's all I can think of on the top of my head, like the patch notes. That I'm just like, what the fudge is everybody doing? Oh my gosh. But so I want to move on to my second topic. Now, my second topic is I have to rant about how casuals and tourists handle fighting games, because it's making me so mad how they perceive it, bro. Now, okay, So I just want to let it all out. And if any casuals or tourists might see this and just think negative of fighting game community, I guess so be it, man, because this is just making me so freaking mad, like, honestly. So, on Twitter, whatever, and back when the Invincible Versus game came out and stuff like that, and people were just, no, I think it was the open beta, and people were just complaining. Now, number one, people were complaining about why do I get matched with Justin Wong? Like, this is my first fighting game ever. Now, the thing is, do people not know that there's no ranking system in that beta yet? It was just, everyone was the same. It was casual matches, by the way. Everyone was the same. You had a chance to do that. And people were talking about, well, they need to work on their ranking issues. Like, guys, do we not listen to what the Invisible Versus team said? Oh my gosh. That's what really got me. And, because yes, I do agree, yes, in an ordinary game, I shouldn't be fighting the god of all fighting games, Mortal Kombat, if I'm playing Mortal Kombat. I shouldn't be fighting Sonic Fox if I just started the game, or I just started doing ranked matches. Like, I shouldn't be doing that. Obviously, I agree, but it's just like, bro, in that situation, I'm sorry, that's just, you have a chance to do that. You have a chance to fight Justin Wong and all these other fighting game players and whatnot. And then that clip going around, I think it was Avatar Yaya, where I think it went viral in the FGC community, how he just did a basic combo and then this guy quit, and then so many, I'm gonna say it, retards just defended the guy quitting because, dude, you're sweating, bro. It's like, bro, I just did 1, 2, 3. I think that's what he did. He did 1, 2, 3, and then I think he launched him. Like, basic combo for like any fighting game, any tag fighter, mostly just get them up in the sky or whatever. That's basic. Every character has that. And then everyone's just like, oh, you're such a sweat or whatever. And by the way, how casuals and tourists toss that word around, sweat. It's like, I don't know, man. I'm sorry for being good at this game. I'm sorry for being good at this game. And yes, there are some people where I'm just like, okay, you should touch grass, bro. Like, yes, even I can be like, okay, dude, you need to chill out. But I don't know, if I'm going against somebody, like, and they beat me and stuff, I'm not going to call them a sweat or whatever. You know, while I'm just casually playing ranked for the video or playing by myself. I'm not going to call them ranked. I'm going to call them good, you know, like compliment them. Or just not, you know, if I'm in my feelings for some reason, you know. Just be like, wow, you're so trash how you mix me up. Screw you. But no, I actually do hate how that word is tossed around now. I freaking hate it, bro. Oh, you're such a sweat for knowing how to play the game. This is my fighting game, or whatever. And then some idiot... Oh, by the way, this is my first fighting game, you know, what they say. It's like, bro. And then some idiot was just like, dude, you should play fighting games to have fun or whatever. You shouldn't play them to win. I was like, and everyone rightfully dogpiled on him for that. Thank God. But still, the fact that he had that much confidence to say that crap is just mind-blowing. Oh, you shouldn't fight. You shouldn't play fighting games, you know, to win or whatever. Just play them for fun or whatever, bro. And you knowing how to play the game, it's just killing the whole vibes. You're killing the vibes, bro. I'm like, you can go and fudge off. Like, actually, screw off. Oh my gosh, I hate that term so much when because they're not using it right. That's what makes me mad. They're not using the term sweat right. This isn't like, where I get in a lobby full of, like, people who are better than, like, FaZe Clan at Call of Duty, and they snipe me across the map because they know the exact pixel of the gun I wear, and then they know exact pixel of the window they can shoot out from, and they study it for years and stuff like that. No, they're not using that term correctly. I'm just gonna do a normal fighting game combo or whatever, and it's like, oh, you're a sweat. It's like, how? Well, just see right there. It's like me doing a combo? Yeah. It's like, bro, what the freak are you talking about? I'm playing the game. Yeah, the fact that you know how to play a fighting game makes you a sweat. I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to slap these people so badly. I truly do. Because they're using the term wrong. It reminds me of, like, gooners. I'm gonna be honest, like, I think I said this in the previous video. I think I said it in Virtua Fighter. I'm taking that word back. Goon is referring to, like, henchmen for supervillains, man. I hate the term gooner because, oh, hey, you attracted to a lady? Yeah, gooner. It's like, what do you mean? I just attracted to her. I'm not like busting out my pants and like jerking off right now. It's like, I'm just really like women. Oh, you gooner. I'm pretty sure there are people that call Yoko Taro a gooner because yes, he has that famous quote. I think some interviewer just asked him, hey, why do you make all your games about girls or whatever? Which I don't think he does. I don't think he does. I don't know what the question was. Like, I think it was why is to be a girl, something like that. Where it's like, why you making all your games about girls, or why is to be a girl, something like that. He just said the Chad answer, by the way. Oh, I just like girls. It's like, oh yeah. Let me move my mic up a little bit. He's just like, oh yeah, I just like girls. That's plain and simple. I'm pretty sure people would just call him Gooner over that. Liking women for the, you know, being attracted to women. But I'm not gonna rant about that. I want to rant about how casual and tourists just handle fighting games. So yeah, back on Invincible Versus. There's this video, right, where this guy goes over how Demiga and this is wrong and stuff. By the way, I do watch Demiga and stuff. You know, I am sort of a fan of his. But this video, I'm just like, when he was like clowning on Invincible Versus, I'm like, bro, you don't know ball. I'm sorry, but you don't know ball on any fighting game. You're just an NRS fighting game player. And I don't even say that in a derogatory term. People can play one specific fighting game, like all the Tekken players play one specific fighting game or whatever Tekken. That's fine. But don't you come on here knowing ball, whatever, where you don't even go outside in terms of the community. You just stay in your NRS fighting game house and play that. You don't even like go to the other homes or whatever. You don't go outside to the other games and stuff. And he's talking about, oh, I play SF4 and stuff, and what was his other thing? He mained Green Lantern for 2 years in Injustice. I'm gonna be honest, I'd like to see that. Like, I think I actually want to see footage of that, but I don't think he had that. You know, he said he was young and stuff like that, so I doubt he has footage of it. But if I could, I'd be like, okay, sure. Sure, okay, but then he said, you know, Injustice 2 was his baby or whatever, and then he said he played Killer Instinct. By the way, Killer Instinct in Invincible Versus is made by the Killer Instinct guys, by the way. The people who, like, some of the people worked on Killer Instinct. That's why, you know, that Invincible Versus has, like, a game of agency, I would say, where you can always get out of a combo Invincible Versus, mostly if you time it right and stuff like that, and if you spend your resources wisely. Now, the thing, I actually like Invincible Versus more than Killer Instinct, because every time I watch a tournament, it'd still be exciting to watch a KI tournament, but it's just like, bro, they can only do short combos because everyone knows the animation, how slow it is and stuff like that. They can only do like a short combo, bro. But it's still entertaining that they literally, the KI devs just said, hey, no, it's always your turn, so because people hate taking damage in fighting games or whatever, and you know, it's always your turn. You know, you can guess and stuff like that. It's like, oh, that's a pretty cool, that's a rad idea, guys. But yeah, I just want to go on like what more of Demiga's, like what he said or whatever. Dude, one point that okay. Hold on, let me finish. One point he made was when he was like doing the tutorial, he said, I have to go into the freaking title screen. Not title screen, I'm stupid. I have to go into the settings to figure out what the freak it wants me to press. I'm like, yeah, that's fighting games. And even if that wasn't fighting games, and because the thing is, I did see some people be like, oh, well, maybe you should have the option to have it like display the buttons, right? You know what? Cool. I have no problem with that, actually. If you want to do that, sure. But do people's memories not freaking work? You know? People can remember R2 to shoot. Like L1 to throw grenades and all that. People can remember, like, A in Gears of War means cover, run to cover, and hold A means the duck run, or whatever. Hold B equals chainsaw mode with the Lancer or melee attack. People can do that one-step process, but they can't do that two-step process. Where actually, no, that's not even pushing two-step. No, it is. Okay, special, at least for me, you know, special equals A. A equals, you know, special, so that, you know, I do a special. You know, that's two steps. Special equals A, you know, and then I do that. You know, I press A, and it means I hit the special button. It's just, oh my gosh, it just annoys me that he's just like, dude, I have to go into the settings to figure out what the heck I have to do. It's like, dude, I don't know, man. Welcome to fighting games, bro. And he's over here talking about fighting games in my blood. NRS fighting games, I don't know if any other fighting games, and it baffles me that he says like, oh, there's so many buttons on the controls, I believe he said. And I'm like, I thought you said you play KI and SF4. 6-button fighting games? Are we being for real? To be honest, Invisible Versus has like 5 buttons, which like on standard, because I'm playing on standard, but on like no, standard motion. I'm playing on motion, I believe. Yeah, I'm playing on motion. And standard, or just modern mode, right? Let's see, light, medium, heavy, special, boost. That's it. That's it. You get -1 button from all those games. That's it, bro. And even you have dedicated like buttons to do like supers and stuff, but you could literally just combine what you press, like heavy and S. But whatever. I have nothing to do with that, man. It's just it drives me no end. And I'm trying to think of what else he said or whatever that really got me up a wall. But I do think that the one thing that drives me crazy about his video that gets me so mad is that he's trying to perceive himself like, I'm a veteran fighting game player, guys. Trust me, Invisible Versus ain't it. I'm like, dude, no. In fact, not that he, is killing the game or anything, but he is driving some people off, being like, guys, trust me, I'm a veteran. This game is not it. Trust me, guys, this game sucks. And oh my gosh, I just remembered another thing he had. He was like, they expect you to have 3 different characters and remember the combos for every one of them. I'm like, yes, they have tag fighters, and the thing is, most combos are like the samey. You can like just launch them to the ground in 2H and stuff. You don't even need to learn any special moves for Invisible Versus. Like, quite honestly, you could just do light, medium, heavy, down, heavy. They get up in the air. I say like heavy, down, heavy, like legit. That you could do that with every character in that game. It's so easy. That's why tag fighters don't have like Street Fighter buttons. The thing is, I believe MVC used to, but then they thought of that, right? So they did think that, oh yeah, people are gonna have to play 3 characters. We should dial this back a bit, and they thought of that. But people fucking still complain about how they had to have 3 different characters or whatever. It's just like, dude, I'm sorry. And the thing is, I actually did used to believe that affected casuals, but I think I'm going against my own opinion now. Like, legit, I think I want to announce it here. I'm going against my own opinion that, we tag fighters are a dying breed because people, can't handle playing more than 1 character. Dragon Ball FighterZ exists. So I just want to nail that. Dragon Ball FighterZ exists. And people could say that, it's carried by the IP. The IP definitely helped. I'm not going to go sit here and say no. The IP definitely helped. But also, it's a simple... Dude, if I'm going to teach anybody fighting games, like, let's say if I had to, guess what game I'm going to? I'm going to Dragon Ball FighterZ, bro. Like, legit. It is the easiest fighting game of all time. By the way, in his comment, I believe, it was like, dude, have you ever played Dragon Ball FighterZ? Like, what do you mean? Like, fighting games, like, it's really easy, or something like that. I don't know, but basically somebody did ask him, have you ever played Dragon Ball FighterZ? He said, not everybody gives a S word about your fighters. And my response, if I was responding to him, okay, sure, you don't care about Dragon Ball FighterZ, but you have to play this game. But it's been, because in the community, in the gaming community, not just the FGC fighting game community, it's the best fighting game, like, of all time to teach fighting game players, bro. I feel like Demica, like, if you somehow come across this video, I think you should play it, just because, like, it'll teach you so much about fighting games and playing other things. Dude, in Dragon Ball FighterZ, they have the samey combos for the most part, because I know Vegeto's JH knocks them forward, but most characters have the samey combos where you just launch them up into the air and then just press heavy and smash them down. It's so easy. And then, oh my gosh, I'm trying to remember another point he made, but I guess that's all I could say about Demica's, like, video on Invincible Versus, where he was just like, he's like basically keeping people off of it because of his misunderstanding of fighting games. I'm sorry, bro. And he's like, I know ball. I was like, oh, I don't know, bro. You don't. You just play NRS fighters, and that is okay. But don't come on here and being like, yeah, I'm a veteran, and they have to make you play 3 characters at once. And also, I couldn't remember the buttons when I got into the settings. I couldn't remember the buttons to press. I'm like, how can you say that in the same video, quite honestly? How can you say that, dude? But okay, whatever. I'm gonna get off of Demigod, but he does resemble some of the casuals like complaints though, where it's like, dude, 2SKO flopped because oh I have to play more than two characters or whatever. It's like no, it didn't, and also 2SKO didn't flop. Yeah, at least in my opinion, it didn't flop. In fact, I think it's doing even better since they just announced a new champion, by the way, because he was new on the roadmap. He was a shadow drop, which is insane. And yeah, Thresh video coming soon. Wink wink, nudge nudge. He's so cool. I'm playing him with Trey, but hopefully they fix the thing on Xbox so I can like play with him, because right now it's been crashing and stuff like that, but on Xbox. But whatever. But on to how casual and stuff. So, yeah, casuals, I hate the fact, or casuals or tourists, whatever. I hate the fact that Deadlock and all these other games or whatever that are kind of complicated get more leeway because they're not a fighting game. And fighting games are judged as being the hardest game of all time when it ain't that hard. Oh my gosh, why are people so ignorant? It's not that freaking hard, especially when there's been attempts in modern fighting games to be like inclusive to like people who are just game journalists. Dude, see modern mode on SF6. God forbid somebody asks you to do a downright freaking punch to do a Hadouken, man. God forbid. We can't ever do that, man. Oh my gosh, that's why I'm so scared for that Avatar fighting game. Like legit, I hope it sells well, please. I hope it sells well to please prove that game companies like you don't have to do a modern mode, man, because that game is not gonna have a modern mode in case you didn't know, and that's why I'm scared of it. Because people are like, I haven't seen anyone trip about it. I actually haven't seen anyone trip about it, but it's still just like, bro, if that game fails, because and I see so many people like, should have had a modern mode, then I would have considered buying it or whatever. But no, fighting games are just too hard for me, man. I need a modern mode. I need a one button special move. I'm like, get the freak out of here and stuff like that. Oh my gosh. Ugh, it makes me so mad. But yeah, the fact that MOBAs have like items that do so many things, hundreds of items by the way, and hundreds of champions. I'm gonna use League of Legends as an example, and Smite, because at least Smite like has items. So I used to play Smite, but then I saw how BS it was, because I was a Jormungandr main and stuff like that, a Guardian main. That's a tanks, and I looked up the answer like, oh wait, these hunters guys, they can just shred me. How do I get past that? And people just like, oh, you don't. I'm like, what? There's no solution for that? No, they just kill you. I'm like, that's BS. That's actually BS. What the fuck? But whatever. I guess I'm not a mobile player. Okay, so be it. Now, the fact that MOBAs such as, well, Deadlock's not a MOBA. At least I don't think so. What it classifies as, but it does have like an item shop, like League and Smite. The fact that all those games, the mobile games or whatever, have items that, by the way, let's say you're like you play those games and you're a veteran on all three of them, but you still hate fighting games and stuff because of how hard they are and how you have to remember everything. Dude, do you not realize that you subconsciously remember like paragraphs and essays worth of items and champions and what they do? That's what makes me so mad, that like these like items and stuff like fucking Dead by Daylight and all that, it'd be like, oh wait, you have to remember what most perks do, whatever. And I know nobody's gonna remember what every item does or perk does in Dead by Daylight, or what every item does in MOBAs. Nobody's gonna remember it and stuff like that. That's fine, but you subconsciously remember it and stuff. You just probably need to take one peek at it and be like, oh crap, that's what it does. Yeah, because I've been playing this game for years. Just like how I can't name every feat off of the top of my head in For Honor. And yes, feat, F-E-A-T, not, you know, actual feat, you know, the game mechanic. I can't name everyone on the top of my head, but as soon as I see the symbol for it in game, I know what it does and stuff like that. It's because it's, you know, it's in my subconscious from playing this game, you know, for years. But oh my gosh, it just drives me up an edge that everybody's like, fighting games are so hard. It's like, why do you play Deadlock and League? You have to remember so many paragraphs full of items and stuff like that. Well, I don't know. That's the thing. I cannot believe how League of Legends has South Korea in the palm of their hands. I cannot believe that. Are you serious? A game that like is that complicated and stuff? And it's just like, by the way, I don't really have a problem with League or whatever. And yes, I make the occasional joke that, oh, you're a League player, go to heck or whatever. Obviously jokes or whatnot. But yeah, my beef isn't with League, by the way, or Deadlock or any other game like on MOBA games. My beef is with the community, a gaming community that is just like, well, fighting games are so hard because we have to remember how to downright do this button or whatever. Modern makes me feel just right. It's just like, bro, this is such BS. I'm sorry, man. I just hate how they handle fighting games like that. They perceive fighting games like that. How they just say it's omega hard and stuff like that. This is why Virtua Fighter 6 might be the best fighting game of all time. They're just gonna attract all the they're just gonna attract all the people who love Yakuza, which is a lot, by the way. And by the way, I think they should do that. That is a very good move. I think you might surpass SF6. Some guy said it best. Some guy said it best. Like some guy was like, "Oh, they're trying to surpass Tekken, because it's a 3D fighter." And then some guy said, "No, no, no. They're going for the throat. They're going for the king." SF6. They're going for. If you come, like, hey, VF6. I don't know, man. I don't know if you want to do that because if you go for the king, you best not miss, bro. I actually hope you succeed. The game looks like that, and as I analyzed in my video, if you guys have like dialed back the weight system, you already got my money. Like legit, you already have my money. I will buy it. If you guys like dialed back the weight system, I don't have to think about freaking every character's like micro weights and all that. I don't have to think about what character I'm fighting like too much, right? Good. If you guys did that, you already have my money, by the way. Boom. Because I'm not getting VF5. Fudge no. No, I'm not thinking about how every character would have to do. But yeah, it's just. And then VF6. Oh my gosh, I think I remember. The thing is, I think the developers did say how they're gonna simplify the gameplay or whatever. I'm just over here like, how? From what I've seen, what they said, I'm not a VF like person. There's only 3 buttons in the game. Punch, kick, and guard. What are you gonna do? How are you gonna simplify it even more? I guess they're gonna do special style mode where grabs, low attacks, and stuff like that from Tekken 8. That's the only way I can see it because, dude, it's gotten to the point where we're simplifying 3-button fighting games. Oh my gosh. Dude, are we serious? I think they said something like that we're gonna simplify it for the newcomers and stuff. Like, how simpler can you get it? It's a 3-button fighting game. Oh my gosh, are you serious? Oh my goodness. And you know what? If I'm wrong, because I'm pretty sure that's what the developers said in the footage. It's a really simple game. And stuff like that. You know what? You could come at me. That's fine. Like, oh, well, Virtua Fighter 6 says, Tekken rules or whatever. You know what? You're fair to come at me and stuff like that. And anyone's welcome to disagree on any opinions I share in all my videos. That's fine. I welcome, like, talking to people and stuff like that. But, oh my gosh, the fact that we're simplifying a 3-button fighting game to what most likely the special style from Tekken 8, it's like, bro, are we serious? And I haven't even talked about how casuals or tourists just handle fighting games in general. It drives me up a wall that, dude, the next MK game or Injustice game that NetherRealm releases, you know what most of the player base is going to do? Since, casual/tourists makes up most fighting game purchasers, you know what they're going to do? Play the next Mortal Kombat game, do the story mode, 10 out of 10 story, even though we're gonna have the Force Snake go over every inch in detail of that story and how it sucks absolute ball sack, frame by frame, how it sucks absolute ball sack. Then we're gonna like do one arcade mode, maybe a conquest mode or whatever if they have a new single player mode or something like that. Then they're gonna put they're gonna put that game on the shelf and be like, that was a good $60 or $70 game. I'm like, are we being for real? I cannot believe most casual/tourists do that. They buy the new Tekken game, do the story mode, 10 out of 10, even though it sucked balls. Yes, Tekken 8 story sucks absolute balls. I freaking hate it. The only good part to me, I do like I know there's a lot of stuff in there that people say they don't like. I actually do like Angel Jin fighting Devil Jin, and Devil Kazuya, and then they finally got rid of all these powers and stuff, and then like it's down man to man. That was awesome. That singular moment in Tekken 8 story mode was awesome, but the rest was just crap. Oh my gosh. And by the way, get ready for Miguel not coming back. I said it to KO, I'm gonna say it for you. Get ready for Miguel not making a return ever, because we can't win no matter what, because they want to spin the narrative how Jin is a really good guy for starting World War III. He didn't have to, by the way. He legit didn't have to, but whatever. So we can't have him being like angry at Jin and wanting to kill him because he's a good guy for starting World War III, you know. But whatever. Let's not talk about fighting game stories or whatever. Although I could save that for another rant or another Mumble, you know, rant. But whatever. I still it just bugs me how they handle fighting games. Like, are you really wasting $60 or $70 on like games just to put them up for like ever or whatever? Are we really wasting that much money? Like, guys, are we serious? Oh my gosh, that is such malarkey to me. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how people just spend their games like that. And it just I did want to pause not pause the video, because this is mainly supposed to be just like not editing. Like, this is supposed to be for me to, Josh, you don't edit and just talk. But I really want to throw in these two memes or whatever. But who knows? Maybe I might put it if you listen this far enough in. But on Twitter, it's like legit the scrub quotes that like some idiots made about fighting games. And I ain't gonna lie, I resonate with this one guy. I think I actually might put it up. It was like, low-key, the FGC taught me that the casual gamer is a is a F-wording idiot. Oh my gosh, like the things they were saying. I think one of the quotes was like, dude, moving left and right in screen, I knew it was gonna be trash. I'm like, you're retarded. I actually think you need to go to Arkham Asylum, bro. You're criminally insane and stupid. Moving left and right on the screen is just, I knew it'd be trash. Like, come on now. And then another game where this guy was making fun of Smash players because they're not fighting game players. Like, Smash players when they can't, like, quarter circle a doorknob or whatever. Then this stupid Smash player or whatever was like, see, a doorknob, you just gotta gently turn it quarter circle, and then, you know, so like, it'll go through. A fighting game, I have to put in a quarter circle between these frame timings or whatever, stuff like that, or else I'll be, like, punished or whatever. And you know what? I'll be silent right here in the recording, Josh, editing Josh. So you know what? You can put these memes in. If anyone's listening, you can put these memes in.
That's right. Keep walking, buddy. Yo, Chad. Who's that? I don't know. I've never seen him before. Probably some pussy.
So yeah, I might do it during the way I was talking about it. Well, actually, yeah, I'll just do it during like the low key, the freaking idiot or whatever, you know, after the silence that could be the video one. And yeah, it was just very funny. How Smash fans describe fighting games. That drove me to a T. But that's all I got for you guys today. Did you really enjoy my mumble or my ranting? If you did, like, make sure to like and subscribe. I got more rants if you guys want to hear them, but I mainly just mumble about things I really like, get excited about, just like love to talk about. But anywho, that's gonna be all for me, JMajor12 today. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.